Alright, so we got another episode of Storytime, and in this episode, we're going to talk about how I got the Samsung Galaxy Tab S 8.4 inch for $130. So I'm breaking it down like this. I'm getting to tell you straight up how I got it, why I decided to get it, and then what I plan to use it for. So, I guess you can essentially say it started off at Best Buy. That's when I noticed the price had went down. I think I had went in the store, saw that the price went down, and then I went online, checked a couple other websites, saw that the price was going down. And then I was in Best Buy again because I went to go make a return, and I just went back over there in the Samsung section and was checking it out because the Galaxy Tab S was a tablet I had my eye on. I had the Pro 8.4 before, but I had to sell it. And so I always wanted to get it back. I love the form factor. I didn't get to spend as much time with that one as I wanted to. So I said I always wanted to get that one back. But then the Tab S was out, which had a way better screen. So I was like, I like that tablet. I just don't want to pay that price right now. Because, I had a bunch of other tablets. So it wasn't like a necessary thing that I needed. Just a want. So this particular day that I was in Best Buy, it was kind of like an impulse buy thing. I knew I had just made the return to on my credit card, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just go ahead and buy it. I know I wanted $299. I've been waiting for this tablet to drop down in price. It finally did. I'm gonna go ahead and get it. And I was at the register and everything, but basically the return hadn't posted yet. Well, of course, I knew it wasn't gonna post. I don't know. I guess I was just hoping that it would still go through on my credit card. And then, because it's my Best Buy card, so I was just hoping it would go through, and then I can just, then the return to cover the charge or whatever later. But it did not work out like that. So it was basically like I would have to pay out of pocket, and I didn't want to do that. Just wanted to put it all on my Best Buy card. So I said I'll come back in a couple of days this weekend because I know I had a promo I had to pay off anyway, but I was just waiting for my check to come. So I was like, either way it go, I have to come back this weekend. I can just get it then. Either after I pay out the promo, that'll be instant credit, or the return should have been posted to the account by then. So I get home that night. I decided to look on my favorite website, Craigslist, and see what's out there. I saw somebody had one for $200. So I emailed that person and say, hey, if you still have it, email me back or text me back. Next day, I got a response back. Hey, I still got it. Basically, I offered the person $150. They accepted. And then we were just pretty much trying to go back and forth as far as what time we can meet, what place, and all that good stuff. So I was out and about. Had an interview to go to that day. We were still trying to figure out times and stuff. So I stopped at the mall to get something to eat while I was waiting on the person. The person changed the time on me 3 times. So that second time the person changed on me, I was like, let me go ahead and see if I can possibly meet with somebody else, just in case this person's being flaky. Because, I was really wanting to get it, especially after I had, especially at the store it's $300 and I got this $150 deal. I'm like, even though putting it on my credit card would be easier for me because I don't have to come out of cash right away and I can have time to pay it, it makes absolutely no sense to pay double the amount plus tax if I can just get it for half the amount of the retail price and come out of cash anyway. It's just better overall in the grand scheme of things. So I didn't want to let this deal go by. So like I said, if the person changed time the second time, I just went ahead on my phone, looked up Craigslist again, see who else was selling one. I saw somebody on there selling one for $250. So I'm knowing I'm not going to pay no $250. I still text the person anyway. I really appreciate when people have phone numbers so I can just text them instantly. That's how I know they really want to get something sold. Usually they got their phone number on there. So I text the person. I say, hey, you still have your tablet? They're like, yeah. So I'm like, well, I have $140. Would you be willing to accept that? He wrote something. I'll do $180. Well, I was like, well, I only have $140 on me, but I can meet now. If you change your mind, let me know. Thanks. I think it maybe took a minute, maybe 2 at the max, and then I got a response back like, well, if you could meet within an hour, I'll do it for the $140. I'm like, great, because I was out and about right then and there. I hate waiting around. I wanted to get back home. I had some other stuff to do, so I really wanted to go ahead and get this tablet sold. go buy this tablet, the great Galaxy S here. If you can see that, branded. But anyway, I really want to go ahead and buy it. So we set up a meeting time or whatever, met up with the person at the local Starbucks, and didn't have the box, did not have the original charger. He bought a charger. It was a Samsung charger. It was like the basic type for like their basic phones, you know, doesn't have the disconnecting USB, you know, one of those basic chargers. So I was like, instantly, of course, going to take some money down, because I tried to ask him in the text message, but he kind of like glossed over the question. And at that point, I was just ready to meet. So I was kind of like, I text the question as I'm pretty much on the way to meet him. So at that point, price has to come down, because, you know, there's no box in the original charger. I mean, the original charger is the big thing. So that's what I was trying to explain to him, like, I gotta go buy a charger, so I need you to bring the price down, or what can we do? So I started at the 120, of course. I'm always gonna go as low as I can. Then I think it's, you know, reasonable. He's like, nah, I can't do 120. I'm already coming down from 250. I'm taking a loss, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, you're not. It's a product you don't want. You're getting cash. You know, it's a win-win. So I went up to 125. I was stuck on 125 for a while. He wanted 130. I was at 125. He wouldn't budge at all. So I went ahead, did the 130, which worked out well, because, you know, from the 150 I was originally going to pay the other person, which turns out I only had 140 once I had counted. I was like, oh, well, I'm just going to meet the person and just hope they be okay. Usually they would be, you know, they're not going to trip over $10 usually. So to get that down, I get an extra $10 off. You know, I was satisfied. Plus, it came with the official Samsung portfolio case, which with the tablet, as I plan to be traveling around with this one, as far as taking it to work and then out of town with me, definitely. You definitely want a good portfolio case, and this is, I like Samsung's portfolio case here. Has the nice design, shows you how to set it up as far as the different stands. It reminds me just like Apple does with their cover or whatever. The tablet was in excellent condition. There were no marks or anything on the corners or anything like that. So you can see everything is in fantastic condition. So I don't know how good you can see how good that screen is, but the screen is in excellent condition. Everything was good. Just no box, no charger, which wasn't a big deal, because I have an extra Samsung charger from my Note or some phone. So that was that. And so I bought it, and now I have it. So why did I decide to get it? Like I said, I'm a fan of Samsung. I've had the original Samsung tablet. I've had, you know, from the 10.1, the original 7-inch tablet. I've had them all, and I'm really a fan. And with this specific tab, I really just like how they got this, like this type of rose gold hidden with the all white, the dimple back from the S5 type, the Samsung gold. I don't know why they decided to leave the camera in the silver trim, but everything else is gold. Really just like that. And I'm just a fan of Samsung. I always have been. The screen quality has already been really good. The screen quality on here is really good. And so basically this is probably going to be replacing my iPad mini 2 Retina. Essentially what I really wanted this for is I enjoy having photos on my tablet. I think the viewing experience on the tablet with pictures is great, and that's one of the reasons I got this one. Because right now that's what my iPad mini does, is hold all my pictures. With this one, but I got a 64 gig and it's maxed out. With this one I can put a 64 gig card in here and still have 16 gigs on the tablet itself to work with for my apps and all that other extra stuff. And I can just upgrade my memory card to a 128 and have plenty of space. So this is the main reason I got this, is because of this micro SD card here. That is the main reason, because I have that option to get up to 128 gigs versus the limitation on my iPad mini, which if I wanted to do that, I would have to sell the one I have and buy a new one. This one also has better screen quality, better PPI than my iPad mini too. And yeah, that's on because I'm really not using my iPad mini 2 since I got my Air 2, so it's just been sitting, just holding my pictures right now. So what I would be doing with this tablet primarily is having my pictures on here. That way, usually when I go out of town, family like to look at my pictures and stuff. So that way they can just look at my pictures, they see a picture they want, they can just instantly email it to themselves instead of waiting on me to try to get the picture to them, because it will take forever for me to do it. So they can just do that. I'll mainly be using this for that purpose in YouTube. I watch a lot of YouTube. Why not watch it on a good quality screen? So watching all videos on here pretty much when I go out of town, things like that, and holding my pictures from family gatherings, vacations, all that good stuff. Mostly vacations though. And that's pretty much what this tablet gonna be used for. I have a few emails on there, of course, but mainly that's, oh, and Flipboard. I like reading Flipboard on my Android tablet for some reason. So that's that. So thumbs up if you think I got a deal for this, the official case for $130. Thumbs up if you like Storytime and you want me to continue to do these Storytime videos, because I enjoy sharing my good tech stories when I get a good deal with someone. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you check out the blog. Check this gadget.info for tech info. And I'm trying to get to CES, so I have my GoFundMe link. If you can contribute, that's awesome. But if you can just share it with your network, that'd be even better. Thank you a lot, and till next time, later.